Hello. I'm just setting stuff up real quick. Won't take 5 seconds. Blink. See? You see, you didn't believe me, but there it is. I had a fucking horrible dream last night. Dreadful dream. A dreadful dream filled with dreadful means and creams and all sorts of shit. Hello? Fat fetish artist, I'd like to commission one weight loss comic, please. I like that video. It's a good... oh god, excuse me. I'm burpy today. The person who did the Joker's voice for that bit was really good. Talented soul. Okay, let me see if this works first. The last time I tried this, it was super loud and I couldn't fix it, so I want to see if I can get the robot's voice to working, because I'm really, I've gotten used to... Wait. Where is American? Oh, there it is. That was weird. What a weird place. Will from afar. Let's just do something.
Hello!
That's not too bad. I think that's fine, yeah. That's... I don't know why, but last time it was really, really loud and I couldn't bring it down, but it's fine. So let's get started. I'll put the music on and we can get brapping. Okay. Oh wait, there's no point putting music on until I do this. Oh shit, I just saw the next request. Fuck it. I wonder if the robot is able to say this. It's such a bizarre name. Okay.
K by the W.
Kobo, okay. Hold on, let's see if we can make it. What's it having trouble with?
K.
Okay, so how about try this.
K.
Okay. How about this?
Quay.
There we go. Good robot. Quay. Fuck yeah. Good robot. Alright. Quay time. Hello, Pep.
Hello, Pop. Hello, people.
I had a fucking horrible dream last night. I don't know if I want to bring it up. It was really real. You know, has anybody here ever had a dream that plays out perfectly like real life? And when you wake up, you kind of feel weird? Kind of like you stepped in and out of another person's body. It's a bizarre experience. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna talk about it today. I'm not over it yet. It's probably a week from now I might bring it up. Or just drop it in Discord or something. Yeah, it kind of fucked me up. It was a bit too real. Okay, Quay. I want to bring up a reference, but I think it'd be funnier if I just do it from memory. You somehow dreamed up a whole new adaptation of Christmas Carol in your dream. Even ran from beginning to end, and you were watching in your dream, had opinions about the plot progress. What the fuck? That's not messed up, but that's like... That's crazy crabs. That's like crazy. That... Fuck. You know, there's a fun theory I like to remember from time to time. We don't really know a whole lot about dreams, not really. But, there's a theory I like that, that says a dream is like a window to an alternative self. Frankly, all you had to do with the Christmas Carol was only old-timey settings, and the main character was Scrooge. The old character was Scroongy. I like Scrooge. He's a good character, he's got good morals. He's got good morals to teach. Scroongy. One day when I've got enough money, I'm going to commission a Christmas Carol starring Rye. And it'll be called A Christmas Scrungy. And it's going to be terrible. Scrooge McApe. Scrooge McDuck. More like Scrooge McFuck. Ha! Yes. That's my epic joke of the stream spent. You gotten pretty attached to that tale after watching several good adaptations. I love Christmas Carol. My two favorite ones are The Muppets Christmas Carol. I know it's like silly, but I genuinely love Muppets Christmas Carol. The music in that movie is so fucking magical. It gives me nostalgia every time. It's so good. And I really like the adaptation starring Sir Patrick Stewart. I think he does a fantastic job at portraying Scrooge. And it's a much more darker adaptation too. Those are my two favourites for sure. But I've not seen that many. So I don't think my preferences can really be compared. What this music? It's Chrono Trigger. Oh no, it's not. That is completely. Why did I read Chrono Trigger? It is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Telltale Night. Why did I say Chrono Trigger? What the fuck's wrong with my brain? Xenoblade Chronicles looks nothing like Chrono Trigger. Stupid. Okay, we got Chewbacca's face. If I remember, the Chewbacquaians have long legs. That's not what they are. If Jackie was here, oh my god, I finally get his name. I finally get the username. Holy shit. I thought it was just a quirky name, but that makes sense. You know, if Jackie was here, he'd be able to tell us what race these are. It is a Star Wars Doodle. A character I made up called Chewbacca. But he's from a real alien from the Star Wars franchise, so it's not a complete invention. It's more like an OC. The Star Wars sitcom thing, yeah, exactly. Chubo Quay. He's the cool uncle. I actually don't remember if these guys have feet. So I'm just gonna give him stumps. I'm trying to do this from memory. This looks stupid. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, here's something scary that YouTube is trying to push. I hope it doesn't get through because a lot of people are going to end up bankrupt. But here's what they're trying to pull now. Here's what they're trying to get away with next. If your video is demonetized, any money that you made prior the demonetization, you now owe the company that claimed it. And this can go back from the very beginning of YouTube. So let's say you've got a video from 2008 that's got a music that's like a music from, say, let's just say a random band like Motorhead. You've got a video from 2008 from Motorhead, and it's been there since the beginning of the website. It's been there for 13 years. That person is now gonna have to owe the licensing of Motorhead all the money that people would have gotten by watching that video. You won't be able to enforce that. I don't think they'd be able to. I think there are some laws that prevent you from being... I think there are some laws that are going to prevent you from doing that from such a large scale. I think maybe they might get away with it if they change the policy slightly. If they change the policy so it's from this point on, they might be able to get away with it. But I think the from the beginning of time from thing is a bit much. That's like, listen pal, people don't have that much money. Okay? As much as you like to think. You're not, and plus 80% of your audience are not going to pay that because people aren't stupid. What are you going to do, send the plebs after them? Your jurisdiction does not apply outside most companies and countries. So what are you gonna do? It's like not paying your TV license. It's like, okay, yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Send the council thugs after me? Take what? I don't have anything. Stupid. You know, they make up these laws and it's like, yes, this is a great way to make money. And then somebody has to remind them that people don't have money, sir. Like 99% of people on the planet are poor. Have you forgotten that? You child. Oh, these idiots. It's fine though, we could joke about it because it always blows up in their faces. Like the post office thing. He thought he could privatize the post office by selling off all of that money. But it blew up in his face. Now he's being investigated. These idiots are... What do you think of Chubo Quay, by the way? He's a good boy. He's the cool uncle of the group. You saw UK-based artists you follow reopen shipping. I guess the situation is slowly being sorted. It is. It is. But it is nowhere near solved yet. I check every week at the post office to see if it's okay. Last weekend, I couldn't. But if what you're saying is true, then perhaps next weekend I can send your package finally. Better safe than sorry, wait patiently, yeah. Oh god. You know, rich people be rich though. Chubo Quay! Let's give him weird frog feet. I have no idea if this is correct. There he is! It's Chubos. Alright, let's colour him in. He's got light. He's got pale yellow skin. Oh, there is something I've forgotten to do. That's it, yeah. Couldn't quite remember what it was I wanted for this character, but we got it. We got it! I recognize this song. What's this from? Ah, Chrono Cross. Yeah, I remember. Look at him, he's great. He kicks ass. I love Chubo Koi. He's so shit. That's not quite right. I wanted it more orange than darker. That's it. Orange. He looks disgusting. Yeah, he does. He does. You're right. He's a... The whole cast of the Vindolos looks disgusting though. None of them look okay. Let me just get a backdrop of Tatooine. Oh wait, hold on. Can we take this a step further? Oh, we can. That's great. Okay. Great. Okay. I need a good one. I need a good one with good perspective. That'll have to do. This. What the hell? Input language switch? How about you put a shirt on and come back later? Stupid. There he is! E.T. Minecraft Tatooine. We did it. You're so excited about your childhood feeling bloom again soon. the downside is that it's sapped any interest you had in Minecraft. Oh, don't worry. I understand. I understand that. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I understand. If I get back, I'm gonna continue this. I like the if. If I return. Oh man, this is taking a while to save. Oh, there we go. Let me just double check it actually saved. I'm tiny bit paranoid about that. Yeah, it's in there. Cool, cool. I got it. Chubao Quay. You'd like to return at some point, but I don't know if the server world will exist. I'm still going on there every now and then, piddling around. Last night I made a an underground furnace with a chimney sticking out of the roof. It's weird. And I made a bridge connecting a couple of lands. So it's I'm doing small things. I haven't made any big builds. Not like GW. He finished his giant effing cathedral in the sky. It's flipping huge. And he's working on a new build. No idea what it's going to be yet. Something skyscraper related. Yup. You love building roads and bridges in Minecraft for some reason. You can thank the Romans for that. Hey Green, how have you been? Okay, music. You're gonna have to take 5 for a sec whilst we announce the next blingy. This is gonna be weird. Okay.
The Max Reba Band Jizing Out by Jacka Washer.
Jacka Washer! What the fuck is wrong with this robot? Can you try that again? Jizing out. Fucking... How do I... Jizing. How do I... say this correctly? Is it 1Z? Let's see.
The Max Reba Band Jizing Out by Jackie was here.
I don't know how to make the robot say jizzing. It's a phonetic robot, you see. That's why it's been making mistakes all this time. Jizzing. It's not... Okay. What if it... Can it do it on a plural?
Jizz.
Yes, it can. Oh, so... Okay, so it's the ing at the end. It's taking that and making it a... It's making it a capital I. So, what if I... Okay, what if I do this?
Yazang.
Nope, that doesn't work. Yazang. What about this?
Jizzing.
I got it! We got it! Okay, hold on. It is... Okay. Okay, robot, go!
The Max Reba Band Jizzing Out by Jackie was here.
Hey, we got it! Thanks. Oh. I did. Oh, Scoots, what a time to join. You were not expecting it. Cheers. We could have a stream of just me fucking with the robot voice. Well, we finally figured out why, it's been making mistakes this whole time. The robot is phonetic. It doesn't read how words are spelt, it reads how words should sound. which is fun, I think. I think that's really fun. Max Rebo Band. I need... I don't know if Jackie wanted post-edit or pre-edit Max Rebo Band. Because pre-edit doesn't have the singers, it's just the instrumental guys. But post-George Lucas edit, it's got the singers. Shit. Okay, how about I just, That's it. That's a fantastic image, actually. Let's use this for reference. There we go. Alright. Back to it. I love jazz. I like jazz too. I don't like the blues, though. The blues is, I imagine the blues, when it happened, it was quite spot on, but people now just use it to be pretentious, and I don't agree with it. I'm depressed, and I'm gonna make it your problem. Oh yeah, if you could afford it. If the server ends up, then yeah, paid, e.g. it's dead for a long time, I'll take it down. That makes sense, yeah. As far as I know, I'm still using it. If I can vouch for myself. I go on every now and then. I do a little trolling. Okay, let's do Max Rebo himself. Let's do the blue boy in the center. It is his band. Okay, let's do the thing he's rapping on. That curve is way too much. That's good enough. You might log in before the weekend to finish up the Fox Pen before Imblambeth of Reign consumes your life. It consumed my wife. Fire Emblem consumed my wife. Oh guys, do you want to hear some crazy shit about Bigfoot? You want to hear some Bigfoot news? Do you want to hear some crazy fucking Bigfoot news? You bunch of fucking degenerates? Now then. I'd make a good teacher. How do I start this? Because I could just tell you what the news is, but it won't make any sense, so I need to choose where I start from this. FYI, any server you take down, they always back up. Oh yes, definitely. Just in case there's something epic on there. Alright, let me talk about the Bigfoot news now. Okay, yeah, I know how to narrate this now. A couple of engineers were just farting around one day, doing engineering stuff, how have you, and one of them suddenly just decided to get into Bigfoot. Just out of fun, I guess. Who knows why. Motives were not explained. But these two engineers approached it from a different direction. One of them took measurements into place using all the Bigfoot footage that's been found, and the other one got really into the audio, the supposed roars and barks and stuff, and howls that are apparently from Bigfoot. So they did some research and used their profession, and they both found something incredibly remarkable that science is having a hard time disproving. The first one, regarding the first engineer, took into account how to measure 3D space, because his job is to measure parts for blueprints and what have you and all sorts, so it's very important. For his job, it's very important to get the measurements right, otherwise the machines just simply won't work, things won't mesh together. So he used the same principle on all the Bigfoot footage he could find, and he found out a very simple rule to determine whether or not the Bigfoot footage is fake or not. And the... Hey, Rye. It's glub shit! This is perfect timing, Rye. I'm about to drop some Bigfoot knowledge. So this first engineer found out a simple rule to determine whether or not Bigfoot footage is fake or not. And the rule is, if the arm is as long as the leg, then it's real. But if the arm is not as long as the leg, it's a dickhead in a suit. And he found that fucking like 97% of the footage he reviewed were just people in suits. But he found 3 pieces of footage and pictures that went against the conjectural norm. And he sent the theory off to a zoologist who measures disproportionate primate proportions, and they agree. Because the more animalistic you get when it comes to primates, is that their arms and legs are roughly the same proportion. But the more bipedal a primate gets, the arms become shorter and the legs become longer. So that was a basis for that theory. And there's a lot of people who are having a hard time trying to come up with a disproof for that. That's people in suits with longer arms. I like that. It's people in suits with big arms. I know I'd wore one. Yeah, you remember that gorilla suit I had that got taken away? Just ask Rye where it is. You wonder what these 3 videos actually depict. Just them walking. That's all. Just these supposed Bigfoot creatures walking. That's it, really. Oh, the other one, yes. Okay, the other one. The one that studied the sounds. Who is a sound engineer. No, you mean what the supposed Bigfoot actually is in them. Wait, what? You wonder what the 3 videos then actually depict the supposed Bigfoot actually is in them. Bigfoots don't exist, so Pep wonders what the creature actually is. Oh! I see you're a non-believer. Okay, well... I don't know. Some big creature. Who knows? We haven't discovered all life on this planet, so... could be anything. Really could be anything. Jokes aside, I don't think Bigfoot exists either. But I do think there are things in the British Columbia mountains, forests, that we've not seen yet. It's big enough to hide anything. The British Columbia is as big as the UK. You can fucking hide anything in there, just... And people don't go there because it's fucking dangerous, you know? You get lost and you'll starve to death and get eaten by a bear. Or something else. If it has long arms, then what is it? Because Bigfoot isn't real. I don't know. A weird race of long-armed humans that all have gorilla suits. You think all life is not found in the Himalayas? I think everywhere. Fucking everywhere has not been discovered. You can clip that. Everywhere has not been discovered, therefore everything exists. That was my TED Talk. Thank you for joining me. You'll become a Bigfoot believer if they can prove it exists. That's completely fair. That is absolutely 100% fair. I mean, that's exactly what happened with gorillas. But I'll talk about the gorilla episode later. You think some random on-log tribe is more believable than Big Feet? What did the sound engineer discover? This one's actually a bit more credible than the man who's just measuring arm length. You did not hear the context and now I'm confused. I'm really tempted to not to not say anything. I think the idea of being confused about long-armed people is funny. Ugh. Your berry music. You're curious to see if when new animals are found in the Ural Mountains. But good luck getting anybody to go there for a start. It's so far away from anything. If you get injured there, you're gonna die. I don't think anybody's brave enough to take that on. That's suicide. At the moment. At the moment it is. The political climate, it's next to impossible to explore. Okay, let me actually get into fucking the sound engineer guy because I keep getting distracted by chat. The sound engineer works a lot in making sounds for movies. Like creatures, like monster noises, or I don't know, a fake helicopter noise, because you know you can't always get a crew out to record a helicopter noise. So you get sound engineers to create artificial sounds, and that's his job, as among other things. But in the time of his life he studied languages, and he noticed something very unique about the Bigfoot calls. Number one, every one of the Bigfoot calls that he recorded and found did not match any of the fauna that exists in the British Columbia. And when that's brought up, people just say, well, it's probably a fake call by a human, or maybe that in itself is also an artificial sound effect. And he would say, he did bring that up. He was like, yeah, that could be possible, except he noticed something in the calls. He noticed that this is kind of hard to explain. Good thing that I've got visual aid right here. So this is like an audio path. Let's just say, for example, normally an animal cry is quite smooth. So you got a wolf, it's like, you know, etc. Even in human speech, when we're talking, not talking, when we shout, it's like it peaks, goes out, and then peaks down. That's normally a human shout. But he noticed that in the Bigfoot cries, it was more like what I was just doing just there. It was complex. And the only other creature on the planet, well, creatures, the only other creatures on the planet that have a call like this are humans and whales. And humans and whales have been studied to have complex languages. And then this human did something that was really interesting. There's a whale in the forest. He did something really interesting. When studying sound, and I did this in my free time, and it's really cool. When you record a piece of sound, stretch out the audio and then chop off whenever the peaks change. Like up and down streak like that, just like chop it up. And then listen to the segments individually, and it's all different it's all different, like, it's all different sounds, it's not consistent. And then you slow it down, and it starts to sound like something. Obviously, we don't know what that is, because we don't speak whatever this language is. Like, we don't speak Whale. Whales are cool, though, because Whales, it's already super slowed down. If you get a Whale track and, like, I don't know what the equivalency of shortening it is to make it quicker. If you speed it up, yeah, if you speed it up and do the same trick, Whale calls sound like a language. It sounds like somebody saying garbled crap. But the reason why it sounds like garbled crap is because we don't understand it. If a new language just appeared out of nowhere and you don't know what it means, it's gonna sound like nonsense. So there's a chance that whatever's in the woods in the British Columbias is it's got a language. But then there is also, there was one thing that was brought up that was a fair thing, and that was, what if it's all fake? What if there's just some lunatic running around the woods making these weird sounds using like a machine? And number one, if it is fake, this person is incredibly intelligent because they have been recycling noises in between segments and calls, meaning that there is definitely some kind of integer. So whoever this is a clever bastard and is doing a gigantic prank for nothing. And if it isn't fake, then there's something in the British Columbias that is not recognized by the National Wildlife Front that has a language. And it's one of these things where it all sounds like nonsense, but then you sort of sit down and when you hear it explained to you, you can't help but think, I don't know. I'm not really a big on conspiracy theories. I like to listen to what's possible and then make my own choice in what I believe. But it's too perfect. It's too perfect. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this whole thing, whether or not you believe it or not? It took 2 engineers to get into Bigfoot and a week of research to find all of this stuff out. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that these 2 guys who got bored and were just like, let's do Bigfoot stuff for fun, yeah. We need to get more talented people in the Bigfoot game because they're able to find things that people like Bobo just can't find, despite his credentials. Bigfoot is a whale confirmed. It's really cool. This kind of stuff is what you love. It's very interesting to study the phenomena yet to be explained. All the talented people are making Bigfoot hoaxes! Damn it! Fuck! Fucking... That's where we're going wrong. All the Bigfoot talented hoaxers are making whale calls in the forest and tricking engineers. I like it though. Whether or not you believe it or not, I like it. I like that these 2 clever people just stumbled upon this. It's neat. Bigfoot game news update. Have a chance at a tea with Bigfoot. Bigfoot. Let's bring the opacity down on this. I'm still trying to come up with a very convincing cryptid. I can't be trusted though. I have too much fun with it, you see. I have too much fun with the idea of creating a fictitious monster and then it just becomes stupid. I want to make something that could be believable. That if you sat down with a scientist, they could go, yeah, that could exist. You know, all the pieces are there. Added new translatable Bigfoot language. So gorillas are named after the ancient sailors who encountered a scary tribe called gorilla. Do you think those sailors actually traveled far enough to meet gorillas and it was just a human tribe? No, and I'm glad you brought this up because I actually wanted to talk about this and I've forgotten about it. This this is the story of how gorillas were encountered and catalogued in the animal archive. Cast your mind back to 1782, where people were dying on pissing each other. And if you had 3 kids, that was great, and if 2 of them survived, that was even better. And every husband was some kind of sailor because traveling to lands was what made money back then. Trade and all that. Anyway, Tarzan, shut up. Shut up. Sit down. So lots of explorers, that's where the explorer stereotype came from, you know, the one, the British explorer, yeah, Carstairs, yeah, that kind of nonsense. That's where it all came from. The stupid outfits and all that crap. So they were doing a lot of exploring. Trade was a big thing. People were expenditure with money. Stray Fox just released a new video. You distracted me. You're distracting me from a cool thing. So, fuck. What's the video? What's the video? George of the Jungle? So you got these sailors all traveling around all the world, and you got these explorers all traveling because they all want a piece of that pie. A piece of the pie that says, I've been there and I saw a thing and I'm putting my name on it because that's important. And just as Scoop, just as Scoop said, the ancient sailors who encountered the scary, hairy tribe called gorilla. It is partially true. That is partially true. There is and was a tribe in the Congo called the gorilla, because they revered a creature that they called gorilla in the Congo. So they named it after themselves. But for the longest time, because, you know, people who self-proclaim intelligence think they know everything, they would go to these places, talk to these tribesmen, and be like, oh, cool, you think there's hairy people in the forest? That's really cute, thank you. That's really cute. That doesn't exist, by the way, because I know more than you, because I come from an ocean planet. I come from an island where the scariest thing is a badger. It's fucking... But, so time keeps going on, more of these explorers keep doing what it is they do, and despite multiple reports of giant, hairy, man-like creatures attacking soldiers that were based in the Congo, people still didn't believe it. It was all just like, oh, it's fake, doesn't exist. Until it just couldn't be ignored anymore. So we got some explorer, I forget the name of him. He looks like a total tool though. He looks like a stereotype. He looks like a cartoon. It's terrible. Some explorer actually went into the Congo, where the Rwanda Peninsula meets with the mountains, which is exactly where gorillas are found. And he discovered a bunch of them. Just all milling around. And he shot one of them. He shot one of them. Because naturally, ancient people find new thing, get scared, shoot it. As you do, exactly. He shot one of them and killed it. It was a female. And he dragged its corpse back to the camp and went, look at this. And that was in 1880, I think? Let me check when gorillas were... Actually, I think it was more modern than that. Gorillas are a really recent discovery. In terms of taxonomy. Gorilla discovery. (1847). Yeah, body, skull collection. Paul Chalut. He encountered them during an expedition and undertook the first date in 1850. He described them as almost monsters, as he fucking shot one in the forehead like a tit. So yeah, that's how gorillas were discovered. What's with these idiots? Why is it the same story? Man discovers new animal, panics, kills it. I don't get it. What's the logic in that? Are all these people children? Ugh, whatever. Imagine going into a jungle and just finding a bunch of gorillas. I'd be scared. I wouldn't kill one, but I would be like, uh-oh. I'm in their territory. I better leave. And yet, look at the impact they've had on popular culture. Gorillas are the best animal. They're pretty fucking dope. The thing is, though, gorillas aren't the only animal to be just randomly discovered and turns zoology and taxonomy on its head. There's been lots of animals in the past that were thought to have been fiction and myth until enough people saw them for everybody to admit it. It happens all the time! My mans! My manzonita. Interesting how things don't become real until they are recognized according to the conventions of Western science. Exactly! Did you know the orangutan was like... the orangutan was the same thing! If you went to the Bornean Islands and spoke to the people, they would just talk about the orangutan like it was like, oh yeah, we've seen a few of them. But because... but because the idea of that is so preposterous, naturally it can't be believed because these people are savages. I fucking hate past. I fucking hate the past logic. These guys don't eat with a knife and fork, ergo they're wrong. Christ. Coelacanth. That was another one. A coelacanth fish was thought to have been a myth for the longest time until we discovered those two. A good reminder to all of those yearning for the good old days when men were real men and whatever. If I haven't killed it with my bare dick, then it's not real. Why can't it hurt? Oh, here's something that's pretty cool. Here's something that's pretty cool. Actually, I don't know if I should tell this one. I gotta go, but I loved hearing that stuff. See you. Thank you. See you soon. Wait, wrong? What? Wrong. What was it? There was another animal. What fuck was it? There was another animal that was considered to be myth and legend until we discovered it. And now everybody just knows about it. It's like, oh yeah, this animal's normal. They teach this in school. What the fuck was it? Hippo! 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 It was a hippo! Not thought to be legend, myth or legend. It was thought to be extinct. Which it is. It's not extinct. It's not. Wait a minute. Do you not know that they're still alive? I'm not gaslighting you. They're still around. You can find them. Wait, or are you gaslighting me? It's hard to tell anymore. We've been betraying each other for so long that it's hard to know what truth is. Recently saw a fun thing debunking megalodons still being alive because some people have a reason to claim that they're still out there. The megalodon can't exist because there's no food for it. That's the claim. But then again, who's to say there's not something bigger that kind of looks like one? It is coelacanth alive today are close relatives to the ancient coelacanth, but not exactly the same type of fish. Oh, I see. Okay. They look exactly the same though. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's like Crocs. They haven't changed. They're still the same from ancient times. It pointed out that the large predators especially have a huge impact on the ecosystem around them. And by observing whales, we can tell that they have no predators like Megalodon. Exactly! Megalodons are a massive predatory coastal shark. We know this from all the tooth we found. What are whales really doing down there? Sleeping! They sleep! When whales sleep, they dive really, really deep and then point themselves up so they're swimming vertically and just sort of drift. It's real. Look it up. It's so cute. They take a massive fucking hecking gulp of air and sleep in one breath. It's amazing. Jackus. Did you know jackies were thought to have been an extinct creature for a long time, and then they found one in the ice? Shit was crazy. So true. I'm back. What about Komodo dragons? Yes! That must have been terrifying when Western civilization discovered them. That must have been terrifying! These 8-foot long giant fucking lizards that eat pigs in one bite. Holy crap. They are poisonous, but not in the same way as like other reptiles. They're poisonous because their mouth is filled with fucking terrible bacteria. Like, terrifying bacteria. The kind of bacteria that, say, if you got bit by one, would kill you. So it's not particularly poison or venom, it's just that they've got a really dirty mouth. Sharks are everywhere. So where's the where are the megalodon teeth? Sometimes you can find the megalodon teeth, but they're really rare. Watching actual fish biology on YouTube occasionally. I am the fish biological sensation. Well, Rise just outed himself out as the Fishman. One of the major claims is that the Megalodon is a giant predatory carnivorous coastal shark, lives in a Mariana Trench. But there's nothing down there, there's just crabs! Crabs and nursing sharks. I like nursing sharks, they look weird. They kind of creep me out though. I was thought to be extinct. That's a story for another time. That's a story for another time, young ones. Wait, what? They make you sick? I was found from Antarctica, sipping on a juice. Another reminder that shoebills are cool as fuck. Shoebills are fucking cool. We're discovering animals all the time that defy convention of what evolutionary proprietaries conceive. It is not far from the truth that one day we might discover something that'll just shit all over our perception of how animals should evolve. And you know what? In the middle of me saying that, they already have discovered something like that. Did you know there's a worm on this planet that needs to breathe sulfur dioxide to live? Something that was once to have been thought a detriment to any carbon-based life form. And yet this worm needs it to live. Life is scary. Some people really don't know anything about anything and claim wild gnomes exist. The duende? Some people claim they exist because don't know giant squids exist, except people did know that for centuries. Yeah, they called it the Kraken, but because it was in a storybook, that means it doesn't exist. That's fake. Fake news! So true! So fake, so true. It's so fake and great. I've done this wrong. Oh no, I haven't. I've done this right. A reminder that female harpy eagles are as big as people. I once saw a video of a harpy eagle steal a baby. I'm not even... It scared the crap out of me. It swooped down and just took it. I was like, oh my god. Fuck. You knew about the worms? The worm fact! Another reminder that cassowaries are the scariest fucking thing. A cassowary will kill you. And that's the best advice I can give you. It will kill you and do it like a movie. Ah! Unless you've got a riot shield handy, you're not going to survive a cassowary attack. Like the jellyfish, which can live forever. Fuck jellyfish, man. It's so unfair. I want to turn myself into a polyp and live forever. I don't want to live forever. That's... Living forever sounds like hell. That sounds like hell. I don't want that. Okay, that's Max Rebo on his blood. Look at him. I like my version. He looks... It looks like he's seen some shit. Ugh. We look at space for life as we know it, but hypothetically life could be silicone based and thrive in the oceans of liquid ammonia. The liquid ammonia ocean scares the fuck out of me. And do you know why? They sent a fucking... Oh god, I hate thinking about this. This legit scares me. Ah! Okay. The liquid pneumonia ocean, if you don't know what that is a layer in parts of the ocean that is like... It looks like another layer of water, but it's liquid pneumonia. Completely poisonous, in fact acidic if we were to stick our bare hands in it. But they sent a seismograph over it, and there were things moving down there. Fuck. Fuck! I hate thinking about it! That scares me more than anything. Bigfoot's got fucking nothing on the pneumonia ocean. Jesus. Anyway. You're fascinated by what people in the old days actually saw when they told stories like the Kraken. There's a lot of theories about unicorn stories that were born. I truly believe that unicorns were real. I really do. But I think they went extinct a long time ago. I think horned equine were a species. I think that was a real thing, but they're gone. And the thing is, if the horn was made of keratin, it would dissolve. So, kind of hard to prove, really. There's a Big Test episode where Batman fights a cassowary. Does he win? One of your personal favorite creatures that probably don't exist? The jackalope. I love the rabbit with the horns. I hope that's real. You're about to mention the jackalope? It's a cool one. Most animals will stay away from humans, but there are two animals that will actively try and kill you. Cassowary and honey badgers. If they see you, you better have a plan. Especially honey badgers, they will chase you forever. Ah. There's a spooky skeleton hiding inside you, rip it out. That's not true. If I feed it milk every day, it'll calm down. You'd have to deal with you forever. I wouldn't wish that upon the worst enemy. You want to learn more about the ammonium sea creatures? I don't. I'm quite happy never knowing what lives down there. Have I seen the Magnopian squid? Maybe. Is that the one that they discovered in that green ocean? It's got massive fucking tentacles and looks like something from War of the Worlds. You can't wait to see Sea Bigfoot. Big Fin. You know about the woolly rhino? I do. I do know about the woolly rhinos. I found out about the woolly pig yesterday. It's real, kind of. Jackalope? Jackalopes make you sad because it's fully believed they were misidentified jackrabbits with a horrible disease. Oh. That is sad. Misidentification of the disease which causes horns and spikes to grow on rabbits. Hey, maybe the same thing was for unicorns. Maybe there was a disease that affected horses back in the day. That affected horses and they grew horns. But the disease didn't last long enough, but long enough for people to notice it and create a legend. That could that is way more plausible than it being a subspecies that died out. The Sydney Orb Weaver? Fuck that thing. You know, I like how we've been talking about animals whilst we've got... we've got Max Rebo staring at us. Look at him. He's a good boy. You know, one day I should legit just open a Let's Talk stream. I've never really done that. Not really. Not a pure Let's Talk stream. And we could just talk about crap, animals mostly. Probably mostly. It's the only thing I know anything about. We'll have like a wildlife discussion. We'll have like a wildlife discussion, and then we will talk about... we'll like watch footage of creatures and shit. That'd be dope. Holy crap, that's actually a fantastic idea. I want to do that. Stokecast? More like... Am I right, gamers? It's believed that the orb weaver, but the big Aussie spider chases you. It's believed that there used to be an apex predator, and so never developed self-preservation. That is just like... Fuck. There's another creature like that in the South Americas. Electric eels. Electric eels don't have a predator because they just shock everything to death. So if an electric eel thinks it's game and sees you and thinks, I'll have a crack at that, it will. So if you're ever in the Amazon, watch where you splash. You might get shocked to death. And it is fully capable of killing you. It has enough charge. Isn't it cool that there's a fucking eel that has fucking thunderbolts? It's a Pokemon. It's real. Am I drawing Droopy? I'm gonna draw all three of these. Sudden wave of motivation to work on a new animated emote. Oh. Oh. What would that be? Bing bang ding, bing bang ding. I need to keep an eye on time. Can't be as relaxed as I used to be. No, sir. Analyzing Bigfoot footage! That would be fun. You can see here, as the Bigfoot scratches his cock, he takes a big swagger towards the woods. Remember guys, all Bigfoot footage is real. Every one of them. Even the one where he hijacks a car. It's all real. Droopy McCool, my beloved. Piranhas aren't that deadly. They aren't. They're like sharks. If they smell blood, that's when they get the munchies. But if you stuck your hand in a piranha tank and your hand isn't injured, nothing. They're fine. It's only when they smell it in the water that something is already injured or dying. That's when they'll go crazy. It's like a flip switch. Nope. Are you sure? I remember watching a demonstration at a zoo once, and that's exactly what happened. Dude dunked his hand in and nothing happened. Not even when the smell of blood? So what is it then? Just hunger? You couldn't talk about your interests endlessly? Oh, you could talk about it if you were set off. Fucking the Pep Prattle podcast. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. The Pep Prattles will become real. And then we could sell it. A guy sat in a pool of piranhas, nothing, cut himself, nothing. So what is it then? It just must be hunger. Something must set them off. I don't know a whole lot about fish. Not really. I know enough. I'm not an expert. I'm not a fisherman. Mostly because I never want to go on a boat ride or something. I hate boats. They make me feel sick. Want to sit on something that rocks endlessly? No. No. It would be just nonsensical ramblings because it really bad at explaining your thoughts. That's fine, MatPat does that for a living. So what's Luigi's angle here? MatPat's off again. If people can listen to MatPat, then they can listen to just about anything. The indomitable human spirit of listening to garbage. You're not sure what it is yourself, just know that piranhas are over-dramatized like sharks. Aw. Poor things. People like to over-exaggerate though. They like to over-exaggerate the cool thing. And yeah, I guess you get some cool fiction out of it, but at the expense of the real-life thing, taking the backlash for it. Sharks are in fact puppies of the sea. Sharks are just curious. And like babies, they use their mouth to identify things. So they might not actually be trying to take a bite out of you, they just kind of want to see what you are. But people freak the fuck out. It's like, oh my god, it's opening its mouth! It's like, yeah, it wants to know what you are. It doesn't want to eat you. It's curious. Promise you, it won't hurt you, it just wants to feel you. If it had hands, it would feel you with those, but it doesn't. The best it has is a mouth. Kind of fucked, really. That's a big... that's a big fingernail! I'm gonna leave it. Boop the shark snoot. Aw. Shut the fuck up! I'm a woman because your fingers are longer than the other. Oh god, you're right. I can't say anything about that. Oh fuck, you're right. I have been outed as a female, therefore I must relinquish my right to vote. Goodbye, guys. Just stays. Farewell. In Finland, people have a weird hate boner for wolves. I think I remember you guys talking about this, because I had a bunch of questions about Finnish wildlife. There were some deaths by vending machines caused by shark attacks? Okay, you need to explain to the audience what the hell that is. You don't have to bring up your personal trauma. I did always wonder why he fucking started fighting vending machines at uni. That was a weird... Some people are like furious about wolves and they want to kill them all off? No, why? What a weird fucking behavioral trait that is. This thing exists. Whoa, it'd be better if it was gone. Like, what? That's psychotic. They won't even hurt you. Yeah, that's what I've heard. If you don't bother them, they don't bother you. It's one of those things where they find piranhas going frenzy and they think it's how they behave. Can we get a StokeApe fan art where his Sona has a wide hips and eyelashes? Oh no. Don't do that. Speaking of wide hips. God, I hate the internet sometimes. The posh twats of the UK have a hate burner towards badgers and foxes. But it's our fault why they're so everywhere. If we didn't encroach on their wildlife so much, they wouldn't move into the cities. It's fucking stupid. No. StokeApe's Sona with wide hips and his big eyelashes right. People around here are absolute frenzied idiots about wolves. Not to mention they specifically want to go to the forest and shoot the packs that never even leave the forest. The wolves that come near humans are young loners, not forest packs. People need fucking education, and then after they've been educated, need to be smacked on the head really hard for how thick they've been. I said this a while back. I think I think people need to be like taught about common normalities in whatever culture you live in. And at any point that you just show disrespect to what nature pertains, you're pretty much open to ridicule. I think so. For example, let's say there's a new curriculum in Finnish schools where it's taught about the wildlife, what not to fear and what to be respectful towards. And you have to pass this curriculum, otherwise you're just not allowed to exit school. So you know they've been educated by this thing. So at any point they decide, let's go shoot some wolves because we're drunk and we're boring people, that person has like open invitation to be made fun of for the rest of their life because they're being stupid. And the same goes for every country with similar problems. Because that's really is the only way you can make people stop acting stupid, is by making fun of them, as bad as it is to say. Because reprimanding doesn't work. Altruistic therapy doesn't work. None of it works. Punishment doesn't even work. The only thing that makes people stop acting like dicks is if you make fun of them, if you humiliate them. And it's such a messed up thing. I just chuck it up to because that's what we are. We're just apes. We are just apes at the end of the day. And if our social normalities are then ridiculed, we seek different social structure. Probably one that isn't so aggressive. But that's just a dream. You want to kill every wolf that come across in Minecraft because of Nebula? I agree. Nebula's a tit. That's not true. I like Nebula. He's a good boy. More people are crushed by vending machines per year than there are people by sharks. Yeah, but how many of those people were gigantic? Stoke, you're lucky you're busy drawing something. No. There was a public panic where people thought wolves were stealing little children off the streets. And you're just like, no they're not. So somebody in position of power really likes to kill wolves and they used media to perpetuate their motive. Sounds very familiar. The real shit in Finland is the belief that adders are Satan, thus we must kill... Do these same people dance around a fire? Because if they do, at least then I might be able to understand where they're coming from. Subnautica! Stanky King. But it could be Subnauty. Apes together strong. If we're singled out, we want change. Exactly! This guy gets it! Ridicule is the point of change. If somebody acts like a tit, make fun of them. Make them seek out a stronger alliance. It sounds like I'm being an asshole, but it works. We're apes. We're social creatures. It's how we operate. On a basic level, we seek strength in groups. And if that group isn't strong anymore, say a humiliated group, they will drop their beliefs and go somewhere else. It's tried and tested. The data's out there. But what do I know? Radical monkey. Or become a radicalist! No! I don't want to do that either. I don't want to force people to change. But it would be nice if people would stop being so aggressive to stuff that doesn't matter. Like killing wolves. I think that would be peaceful. That sounds like a lovely experience. So you saw a thing a while back about synthetic ivory being made, which is hard to tell if it's fake, and plans to flood the market to bring the cost of ivory back. Yes! That's a fantastic thing. I hope that's real. Ivory poaching's gotten really bad lately. There's plenty of parks and ranches and stuff that defend a lot of elephant population, but there's still a lot of elephant populations that are outside that protection, and they're not safe. They're not safe. I've made him really big. He's huge! Look at him! Okay, let's color him in. Big fucking lad. He's look at the size difference. He's like a head taller. This guy's like 3 heads taller. I've messed this up. To add to the adder thing, if you recall, all Christianity's fault for demonizing snakes. That sounds correct. You think they're evil and to be killed and bite and kill everyone? No, fucking. If an adder is biting you, it's because you stepped on it, not because it wants you dead. Christianity, we meet again! Oh, here we go. The Pondering Llama is back. Rise X YouTube channel. Oops. Where's the disconnection? Where's the hole? Ah, there it is. Got it. Big fucking... We need to do more about palm oil. It's so weird because for a while palm oil was working, like the eradication of it. But in the last 15 years or so, it's bounced back. I don't get it. What happened? I don't get it. Ah! I think the palm oil titans got involved, so I think that's honestly it. They didn't like that they were losing money, so they were like, hey, 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 get the fuck out of my way. I'm accidentally law accurate. Drippy was shrunk for the album cover. Oh, fuck yeah! Fuck yes! Whoops. I didn't pick that color. Why did it do that? Yeah, there it is. What song is this? Hopefully this is the one you were talking about. One Curious Nightfall, Industrial Melancholy. What is Fruit of Eden? An apple. I wish all of the questions were this easy. Nah, it wasn't an apple. I think it was something else, but it wasn't an apple. It was never actually described what the fruit is. I don't think it was ever actually described what the fruit is. Why did they erase Droopy? Because Droopy had very conservative views and they didn't like that. The Pondering Llama soy review has 2 million views, yet no one remembers it. Truly lost media. The fucking soy milk review. That's the dumb. Can't believe I got everyone to believe that. Back when I first started to watch Rye, back when I first started to watch Rye, back when it was way easier to gaslight him and the audience. Now I've kind of got a reputation. I kept saying in chats like, Rye, fucking release the soy milk review. And everybody, instead of just ignoring me, they were like, Rye did a soy milk review. So why the fuck are you believing me? I'm nobody. Why do you take my word for it? God, it's so fun. Oh god. The deleted soy milk review will live on forever. To those who obviously know who Rye is and his mannerisms, a fucking soy milk review doesn't make any fucking sense. You know? Holy fuck, there's a Wikipedia article called Big Lie, and it's exactly the soy milk review! What? Use of a lie so colossal that no one would believe that someone could have the impatience to distort the truth so infamously. I am shocked. That is way too convenient. Have you guys ever heard of synchronicity? It's the theory that a coincidence that's way too palpable. It's like, let's see, a coincidence or like deja vu, shit like that, that can happen all the time. But when you've got coincidences that are so prolific, that have a big connection, it's been recoined as synchronicity, and it should be taken with way more salt. It's very spiritual, this thing, but I like to think about it sometimes, and when shit like that happens, I can't help but think about it. It's like, you know what, maybe that was meant to happen, because that was just too creepy. It was too creepy. It was coined by Hitler. Well, fuck. Well, you know, the Nazis did invent a lot of cool things. They were terrible people, but they did a lot of neat inventions. Those luscious lips. To quote a cancelled Netflix show, which still hurts. Everything is connected. Isn't there a meme that's like that? Nazi invention talk. Nazis invented guns. No, they didn't. Actually, did they? I actually don't remember. I don't know who invented the gun. Who? Can someone check? Fanta was invented by Nazi Germany. It sure was. That's not even a joke. Fanta Orange is a Nazi beverage. And by God, is it delicious. Did you know Nazis invented defibrillators? They weren't even invented for the purpose that we use them for today. Guns are either French or Chinese. They are Chinese. Okay.
Okay.
They invented political comics. They did. They did. They invented Garfield, I think. Nazis invented Donald Duck. I think that's actually correct. Jokes aside. They also invented Mickey Mouse and Goofy. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, no, Goofy is Disney, but he was not invented by Walt. He was it was somebody else's invention. I can't remember who. He was in-house, but he wasn't a Walt creation. This quote is from, I think, the show Dirk. Dirk. Don't start it with fucking Dirk. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. Loved the 2 series, and it ended on a huge season 3 hook, and then Netflix fucking threw it under the bus because they love doing that. In his debut animation, he served the Nazis. He did. And look how far he's come. He knew what he did was wrong, but he had no choice. Otherwise, him and his family would be... Well, I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you. Dirk Gently, who was so fucking good, it's so sad it didn't get a 3rd season. Here's something. Here's an actual question, because I want to know the ins and outs of how Netflix contracts its IPs. If Netflix cancels a project, then do they lose the rights to publication at a certain point? Because if they do, there's a possibility that somebody could pick up the IP and do it themselves. It's possible. I don't know how Netflix runs their company though. Terribly from what I see. But I don't know if they use the traditional copywriting firms. Just like a modern YouTuber with 10 million subs. Dirk Gently. Nazis invented the letter N. That is not true. That's a lie. That's a fib. That's a fibus. That's a lie. That's a fib. It's so true though, but it's a total liar, but he's so true. He's so true in what he says. It's honestly inspirational. So true. I really fucked the proportions on this one. I've really screwed the pooch on this one. I really screwed the pooch on this one. No, fuck, I don't want to read that one. Father Brown happens to be one of Raimon's favorites. Father Brown kicks ass! Shame he died. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't do another one after his death, because that would have been disrespectful. The main character died. Should we recast him? No! What the fuck? Dickhead. No! Let's just end it. Corporate pig? Sadly, I don't know enough to answer for your Netflix question. I don't think anyone here actually does. I think it's a very big legal question that I would actually need someone in-house to answer. I don't think... Because I'm not sure what Netflix does with their broken IPs. Because they had... Okay, here's why I bring it up. Regardless of how you adopt IPs and keep them, you still have to pay royalties to keep the contract for those independent properties. If you are, of course, sending them out publicly. So, to stop people from taking advantage of what you've already made, you know, it's a very simple thing. But if you keep creating IPs and not doing anything with them, your tally is going to increase ridiculously. Especially if the IP itself holds water. So it boggles the mind. It's like, what are they doing? And did they foresee this happening? Because they're, no doubt in my mind, paying a lot of money with all the stuff they're not using. Hey guys, it's Dirk. Welcome to some more holistic Minecraft. I'd watch it. Love crime fiction. It's just difficult to find shows your taste sometimes since the genre is so biggish. Crime is fun. That's not what I meant. Crime fiction is fun. Gotta love crime. Kicks ass. You know what? Look at this! I've made this way too big! Let's do something fun. Let's do something good with this. Ready? Skipped it super short shins. Who did like Shakespeare and Hathaway? That's on TV quite a lot. Over here, there's a lot of reruns. I hear people talking about it a lot. The thing is, there's only ever been one crime drama television show that I liked to watch back in the day. Not because of lack of interest of the genre itself, but I actually need to like the characters. And a lot of shows don't really do interesting characters, they kind of just keep to what's safe, and that's fine. You know, you're running a business, you need to know what makes money. But nobody really does a Columbo anymore. I really like Columbo, simply because of how bizarre he is. Extremely unconventional character for a crime drama. Very odd. But it works. And I love it for it. But the thing is, after you've watched like so many TV shows, you tend to notice the same character in different shows. And that's not anybody's fault. But if I'm gonna watch something new, I kinda want new characters too. I don't wanna see the same character in a different show just under a different name. And that seems a bit unreasonable to ask for. Creativity is only so limited by the inspiration that you're given. But I also don't think that's too much to ask for, considering that the business that you're in is creativity of media. You're being paid to come up with ideas, perhaps exercising that talent should be a requirement. Or is that too conservative? is that not liberal enough? Is that too far for me to say? But then again, I don't watch enough TV to have any say. Kind of given up that ghost. Give up the ghost, as I say. Mom's been watching Columbo. You really need to give it a watch sometime. Columbo is also a Rymon favorite. Yeah, me and Rymon, I think we'd get along. We'd go get some ice cream, talk crime dramas. Hydrate. Thank you. You knew it was Columbo? You knew me too well. You watched a few episodes the other day and it slapped. He's so funny. He's got eggs. Columbo would have solved judgment in one chapter. Yeah, he's really good at knowing who the villain is. Good thing you never get tired of the same Blorbo archetype in different medias yourself. I wish I was like that. I really do, but I get so fed up so quickly. And it's absolutely a me problem. It absolutely is a me problem. My problem is, if I dive into a new media and there's an archetypal character that already exists in another media, I get bored really quick. Because there's only so many ways you can write that character, and if that's the case, then you can predict what the story's going to turn out to be. And then the surprises go. That's why I fell out of anime, because nearly every anime has the same protagonist. And it's like, okay, yeah, well, episode 3 is going to be this. Episode 5 is going to be this. The finale is going to be this. I hate it. And that's absolutely my problem. I wish I could just get over it and just enjoy it. But my fucking stupid brain is always looking to solve something, and I... Misu? It's a Misu. But Ramon likes Emmerdale, and you don't! Fucking Emmerdale! It's all based on a farm. There's pubs on the farm, and sometimes there's a sheep. Emmerdale. I don't know how this is working, but I'm done. This is... Oh, it looks nasty. This song is The Legend of Legacy, a shrine untouched by man. I've missed a lot. They're watching Emmerdale together. Used to dabble in a bit of Murder, She Wrote. That's a good one. That's why you get bored of anime. Really? Synchronicity once again. Misu. That's why you watch anime from the 80s and 90s. Yes, it is actually. I like 80s and 90s anime because it was different back then. There wasn't a formula. You had to experiment, and because of that, you got some really unique characters. Very unique characters. But past, like, I think around about the mid-2000s is when it started to become formulaic. Before then, you get some neat shit. You get some interesting stuff. That's fair. Yeah, you're pretty picky with stuff, but you like an archetype and you don't get bored of it as long as the execution is good, and that's good enough. As long as it's executed well, who gives a damn, honestly? Why doesn't my thing scroll up? The mangas are often better. That's true. They have to simplify it. Simplify it. They have to simplify it for watchable use. Because viewer retention, and this has been studied by the way, people who watch television have been studied to have less viewer retention than people who read. I don't know how true that is, because in my experience, I don't see a difference, but that's what the data says, and maybe we need to do more data searching on that. Part of me doesn't believe that's true. The problem persists in old anime too, but the archetypes are different. I'm gonna have to watch more old anime to find out. But for that you have to, you know, read. What's this song? Oh, is the song gone or have we... Oh no, wait, already, that was... We've done this already, fucking... Usually prefer reading the mangas over watching the anime if I can. There's only some anime that I'll actually watch, simply because of the type of genre it is, like Dragon Ball. I appreciate the lengths that the animators went to in the show to make the fight sequences as entertaining as possible, and sometimes the fight sequences back in the day are so they're choreographed so well that they're even still used today as like an example for education. Like, this is how they did it, this is the set example, and I gotta agree on some of those terms. But that's a lot for a lot of shonen though. Like, I'm pretty sure One Piece does a lot of that too. Like, it has impressive visuals regarding to the situation at hand. Whoops. Oh, there's no base at the bottom, my bad. An anime that I wish would get finished and made and done is Berserk. Because there's a lot of visual freedom in Berserk that, unfortunately, whenever an animated studio gets wind from the source material, it gets cancelled. And it's sad. I'd like it to be finished up to date. Miso. Murdoch's Mysteries is still your favorite show, even when it frustrates you sometimes. It's perfect and you love it so much. Murdoch's Mysteries, I don't know what that is. I will look that up later. Ooh, excuse me. That was a nasty burp. Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle is an interesting one. That sounds really familiar to me. Maybe I know that. Probably because reading is a conscious decision and watching Delhi is just something you do brain dead after work. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like the adage of I just realized what I did with her arm. Look at that. Fuck it. It's good enough. Speaking of being brain dead. Oh my god. Where was I? I should have noticed that. We're talking about Bigfoot and shit. Oh fuck. Okay, let's Alright, there we go. Lovely. Whew. Hollow Knight music! It's nearly 4. It's true. I'll go in a sec. Just want to appreciate this for a sec. So we got 2 doodles out of that. Max, Rebo, and his ski bow. That's what I'm calling it. Sleepy Princess follows the whole princess kidnapped by a demon thing, but the princess keeps breaking out just to make herself better sleeping aids so she can get to sleep. That's a nice twist. I like that. Let me just see if that's saved. Yep, it did. Cool. Only got 2 doodles in today, and they were both Star Wars related. Is this my life now? Okay. 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 Banana. Oh. Ugh. Why are they in the Family Guy? I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't notice that. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go. Somebody has clocked my time for the last hour of today. Tomorrow, though... tomorrow I'm gonna go back to playing some childhood games. I want to see if I fixed my Sonic 3D disc. It kept freezing. So I want to play some of that tomorrow. If not, then I have a backup. But yeah, I want to do some more nostalgia bait. Some kid games. My childhood games. So yeah, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for attending my short stream today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.